Hey yo, hey guys and girls, what is going on? Jonny Middleton and I'm finally back for another video for y'all, and yeah, I just want to finally set the record straight. It's been like nearly, well, probably about like close to 2 weeks since my last video output, and yeah, I just want to apologise recently for just being an absolute arsehole, basically. Like, I've been posting like, shit on Twitter and stuff about like these new stuff I've got coming up, and then I've not been delivering it for you guys. I feel like that's like incredibly unfair to all y'all out there who hopefully enjoy my content, and yeah, I just want to set the record straight in a way, sort of like get this stuff out for y'all today, as well as hopefully some more this week, because what the thing is with me recently, I've just been doing all the talking and not doing all the walking, and I can't just say things and then not back up and then not back. It looks like just totally goes against everything that I stand for, and yeah, I just want to apologise, guys, for just being an absolute a-hole recently. So yeah, but anyway, on to the meat and potatoes of this video for you guys and gals, and as I posted on Twitter last night, I'll be posting this video on both Twitter and Facebook, both my social media outlets, for hopefully for y'all to enjoy. And yeah, basically, like, I've been saying how I was going to like put out a couple of track reviews today from The Cult. And yeah, The Cult are a band, I'd heard about before. I was actually playing Guitar Hero Aerosmith on the PlayStation 3, and I realised one of the songs on the setlist was She Sells Sanctuary, the song I posted on Facebook. I decided to, obviously I'd heard that song as well as the second track I've been reviewing for this review, and yeah, I tried out some of their other stuff too, such as like Firewoman or Love Removal Machine, I think it was, and I realised that The Cult really stood out in terms of their whole like sonic sound elements, and I thought it'd be really cool to like, do a track review from these guys, seeing as I've not really covered anything from this band. And also about the Bad Company album that I'm thinking of reviewing on YouTube for you guys too. Yeah, basically, like, I bought the album from eBay quite a while ago, and it just took a while for like the firm who I bought it from to like receive payment, because I don't have a PayPal account, so I just pay for everything by check from eBay. So yeah, but thankfully I received an email today saying that they'd thankfully received payment for my Bad Company album. So hopefully that'll be coming soon, and hopefully I'll get a review out for you guys, because I was originally going to be reviewing Led Zeppelin 2. I actually started writing up a review for that album, as well as for those about to rock We Salute You by AC/DC. But I thought that already, like, Led Zeppelin, sort of like, I'd already covered that band recently, like that comparison with Black Sabbath. And I thought it'd be a bit different to like break the mold, so to speak, like get out a review for like a band I've not really looked at on my channel before. And I hope you guys all enjoy the track reviews, since there's two of them. So, but yeah, basically, guys and gals, the two tracks I'm reviewing for y'all today, I haven't done a track review in quite a while too. I think the last one was song Entrance, the demo version by my awesome cousin Travito's band Without Perception, so that was really cool. Don't mind this. But yeah, like, the songs that we're covering today for you guys and gals from The Cult are basically She Sells Sanctuary, the song I posted on Facebook, as well as the song Rain, which are also taken from their 1985 sex duo, which is called Love. And yeah, it sells Sanctuary. She sells seashells. She Sells Sanctuary was released in 1985 on Beggars Banquet / Sire Records. Beggars Banquet is basically like an independent record label, and Sire Records was like the major label. The album Love was released on Beggars Banquet, so yeah, that's like an independent path for The Cult. So I don't know if they'd really achieve like mainstream success at this point, but I know like the album Love contained many of their hit singles, and also the succeeding album after that too. But yeah, like She Sells Sanctuary actually came out like a few months before the album's actually released. Guys, like the single actually came out in May, with the record being released in October of 1985, and you can sort of tell with like The Cult's sound, like in the 80s in Britain, there's like obviously like the new wave revolution bands, which like Duran Duran or Depeche Mode, stuff like that, and you can sort of tell there's like links in The Cult's material, but you can sort of tell this like a hard rock spin to them, which I think probably why I enjoy them more than say like I do really like Duran Duran. They're really cool, and probably because they have more like rock tendencies, whereas Depeche Mode are cool. They have a few little cool catchy little songs, but yeah. Anyway, back to The Cult, guys and gals, and yeah, The Cult are actually a British rock band. It seems to be a thing for me recently, like checking out like British bands. Beginning bands like Bad Company, Led Zepp, The Cult. And there was a lot of great music emanating from Britain, and The Cults are actually formed in Bradford, which is in West Yorkshire, so not too far away from where I live, except having South Yorkshire and Bradford's probably about like 45 miles away. So yeah, it's good to cover like a relatively local band, I suppose. Although I don't think any band that I'll cover will probably ever be as local as Without Perception. So I love you, Travito, Josh, James, and oh crap, there's no my name anymore. What do I say now? But yeah, like the accompanying full-length release to She Sells Sanctuary, guys, girls, was it sort of like lists the band genre to be like a mixture of both post-punk and gothic rock. Although slightly, I can see where the post-punk could come in, but I don't know about the gothic side. Maybe with all like the effects and everything, but I don't know. This is Wikipedia for y'all. I don't know. You know, as was me and Travis who were mentioning the Soundgarden review, so like Wikipedia is a bit debatable as to how like legitimate it can be. But yeah, and yeah, the song itself, She Sells Sanctuary, you know, it's probably you know, one of the cult's, you know, biggest songs, if not the biggest song. You know, it's a song I immediately recognise from this band. You know, it's probably their biggest hit. So, you know, it performed well in the UK single chart, and this probably probably attributes to why it's probably their like biggest hit. You know, it peaked at number 15 upon its release, and yeah, like lyrically, this song's written about like a relationship whereby the female's a prostitute. There's a lot of references in these two songs to this, basically. So, yeah, like basically, like it's written well. Like the female's the prostitute, and you know, it's like seeing sanctuary. It's basically interpreted as like sex. So basically, you know, it can be written as like she sells sex, she sells seashells. I still could never get that dang rhyme right. Anyway, you know, it provides a sanctuary for the male in the context of the track. So basically, like, the dude finds it attractive that his partner's a prostitute, and she gives out like free sex, or not free. Yeah. Anyway, you guys get a gist of this. I'm just being weird. So, yeah, like the song itself, guys, you know, due to its popularity, has been covered by like artists such as like Keane, the Dandy Warhols, who have a big hit called "Bohemian Like You," which is a great song, and as well as the Manic Street Preachers, obviously another iconic band from Britain. You know, it's also featured several different formats, such as video games, Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec, one of my most favourite games of the PS1, or whatever, the PS2, whatever it was. And also Grand Theft Auto Vice City on the channel V-Rock, which, you know, I really enjoy V-Rock, it's cool on Vice City. I've not really played Vice City that much, you know. I didn't realise this song was on that. I know Cutting Crew, Dying in Your Arms is on that radio station on that game, so, you know, it's also featured on the television shows Top Gear, as well as Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so... I'm sure one of my awesome friends out there is a big fan of Buffy. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe just me. Well, I know probably a lot of you guys do like Top Gear and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so... you know, and the thing is with this song, She Sells Sanctuary, guys, like, it basically emphasizes some very, like, atmospheric, some very, like, space, like, atmospheric sounds. You know, it's also very, like, echo-style guitar effects enter. Like, when I heard this song, and I was like listening to it for this review, like basically I got this image like the lights on like the stage sort of like you know, coming on, like the crowd going wild and stuff. Yeah, and basically and crowd cheering, like the drums, you know, they really do, you know, get into to like give the song like extra depth. I mean, you got the sweet guitar sounds, they got the drums coming in, you know, and the drums really do, you know, add to that driving rhythm of the song, in my opinion. You know, then like the guitar line changes when the vocals enter, obviously to like avoid repetition. Like, you know, I'm not quite sure how this song has sounded, like, the same, like, introductory guitar line was repeated, but, you know, like, the guitar line changed when the vocals enter, and so, you know, it then changed back to, like, a more high rhythm, again, to, like, add diversity to the general song. Although, you know, structurally, the song is written, it's got a pretty, like, simple structure to it. It's not, like, openly complex, it's not, like, loads of different parts, it's not, like, progressive or anything, so, you know, but the vocal, like, the guitar lines are repeated, with the verses to the vocals. You know, and I feel this, there's also a lot of palm muted guitar, I feel, like, throughout times in this song, which is a prominent feature on the second track too, Rain. It's probably, like, a feature to what, you know, made the album love, sort of, you know, that basic sound of the album, I suppose. You know, it works well alongside the drums. You know, some of the sounds of the 80s have been mentioned, guys, like the deeper vocal styles. That's another band as well from the 80s, deep vocal styles, like Spandau Ballet. But yeah, I don't really like them. And yeah, like as I said, I possibly have seen that bands around that era, such as, you know, Spandau Ballet and Duran Duran. Like new wave influence, but obviously been more hard rock tendencies, in my opinion, to this song, as opposed to the sort of the new wave ramblings and stuff. So. And the bridge of the song sees more guitar effects used as like the Zeppelin-esque guitar, guys, because basically like a part of this song, it sort of reminds me, it's like an acoustic drive, but like the guitar's obviously in distortion, so basically I think it's like strumming, like the lower three strings on guitars like that effects, you know, it has diversity because you know, it's not something, you know, that's really prevalent and much like the verses, I think, and You know, like the primary guitars return, and the end of the song's like the effects-driven guitar, sort of like, you know, close out the song. You know, so the song's like very like cyclical in many ways. You know, it starts like a very echo effects-driven bass guitar, and it ends with like a very effects-driven guitar. The song actually doesn't like fade out. You know, the echo effect guitars, you know, they sort of like just like end the song. It's really sweet. You know, I really love those. I'm a huge fan of like echo effects, like echo vocals, and you know, echo guitars. I think that's what makes this song like really stand out to me personally. You know, I love the echo effects from like Ian Astbury on vocals, and I love the guitars as well. So, you know, and also what I noticed with Ian Astbury's vocals, guys, basically like there could be like a lot of comparisons could be made between him and Freddie Mercury from Queen. You know, I think Queen's first album was released in the 70s, so maybe the Cult's like a direct influence. Like, you know, I was thinking like the Cult, like, you know, an 80s band, but lost in the 70s because their work has a lot of like remnants to, you know, 70s work. You know, like OTT. You know. Like, the thing with this song, like, it actually lacks a guitar solo, but, you know, I don't think that really impacts the song because there's a lot of, like echo effects being played throughout. You know, that's, like, what was prevalent in the 80s, but, like, the general vibe of, like, the band's sound is firmly rooted in the 1970s, in my opinion. You know, and I'm a huge, huge fan of 1970s rock, guys and gals, so overall, She Sells Sanctuary is an impressive song. It's about 4 minutes 20 something in length, I think, and, you know, the use of the effects on the guitar, you know, really adds to like the general atmosphere of the track. You know, this track in general is very atmospheric. It's just a very hard rocking song, and you know, I very much doubt a song like these days, like of a similar nature, would ever get anywhere near number 15 on the UK single chart. Although that's what I love about rock. You know, it's anti-mainstream. You know, there doesn't seem, well, we haven't got the albums chart because I know Black Stone Cherries now and Magic Man's got to number 1 recently. Yes, and yeah, basically, like, you know, I can't see, like, you know, an individual song such as She Sells Sanctuary ever coming close to number 15 because, you know, the UK singles chart is just infiltrated by auto-tune bullshit, so, pardon my French, by the way. But yeah, like, I get a real vibe of stadium rock from the song too. Like, it was almost if, like, the band, like, you know, thought of, like playing this live as well because, you know, as I was saying, like, you could just imagine, I talk way too fast, don't I? And yeah, like, I could just imagine, like, you know, the crowd, like, coming on and, like, cheering, like, the lights come on and stuff. And, you know, I could just imagine, you know, the Cult wrote this song purposefully for, like, the live setting, I suppose. That was just the vibe I got. I don't know, I haven't really extensively, so maybe, I don't know, maybe that's just my perception. So, I only know my own perception. But yeah, it's overall, guys, I think like the general rhythm to this track, you know, the thing is like the Cult songs, they're very rhythmic, you know, very melodic, and you know, I think that's why I enjoy this song so much. You know, it's very melodic. I love melodic rock music so much, and you know, it's a really awesome song. You know, and the drums really help drive the rhythm through the guitars. You know, it's just like a great band performance in general, in my opinion. And you know, the one thing you could criticise about She Sells Sanctuary is that you know, like Ian Astbury's vocals, like very similar to Freddie Mercury's from Queen. However, I don't think this is very like much, like, I didn't find it so much like a hindrance because, you know, I found like, you know, his vocals really didn't match the style of music, in my opinion. You know, so that's probably why I've got nothing bad to say about this song. That's why I give it a full 10. Woo! Not many songs these days, guys and girls, get 10 out of 10 from me, but, you know, I love She Sells Sanctuary. It's very, very cool. And that's another thing, like, you know, I tend to praise the hell out of a lot of music I review, but, you know, the thing is, if I was to write, like, a negative album review, I don't know if I could, yeah, like, spend so much time, like, listening to the songs on the album and just, you know, bashing it. You know, well, I don't really own many albums that I don't like. Well, there are some, but, yeah, I just don't want to. Like, you know, it takes me a while to write these reviews, especially album reviews. It only takes about like 10 minutes to track reviews sometimes. But yeah, you know, I don't think I could bash, you know, review a bad album. So it just takes too long to like write up and then, you know, basically like, express it like negatively. You know, because I'm not really like a negative person in many ways. You know, I try to be as positive as possible. That's very debated. Jeez, and you know, listening really. But anyway, yeah, like basically like you know, the She Sells Sanctuary. I think it's like track 10 or it's really late on the Cult's album Love, and you know, it's certainly like, I think it's, yeah, as I was saying, guys, like it was the first single from Love, and you know, it's really cool, and you know, a 10 out of 10, love this song to bits. And yeah, now we get to the second track in this part of this review, guys, which is called Rain. You know, I first heard Rain on Grand Theft Auto 5, surprisingly. Like, you know, I can remember during Alternatively, I said like Grand Theft Auto 5 was such a terrible soundtrack. And yeah, this song sort of makes up for it. I can imagine like driving with Trevor in his like little farm rural area and this song playing, and I'm just like singing, hold back the rain. Here comes the rain. Damn it. Anyway, just ignore me, guys. I'm totally tripping on my own crap today for some reason. Anyway, like, you know, Rain was basically like, you know, released in the same year as She Sells Sanctuary on like Beggar's Banquet, which is an independent record label. I don't think like Side Records had actually anything like to do with this, the publication of the song. So, you know, it's also taken from like the cult section on Love Story Mentioned, which released in the same year. And Rain was actually the second single to be taken from the Cult's album Love. You know, because basically I was just thinking initially of reviewing She Sells Sanctuary, but She Sells Seashells. And to basically like, you know, as I posted on Facebook, you know, I said I love this band, so I might give too much away. But, you know, I just explained, like, you know, yeah, like, you know, it might have more depth, I guess, like, reviewing 2 songs post, like, one, which I thought was, like, track reviews. I just realised my window's open too, so there could be some, like, rasta mat lurking around the corner gets, like, a sneak preview of this review before it's even out. Anyway, yeah, it's like, Rain was released in September as a single, guys, sort of, like, you know, so like, a month before, like, the album was released in October. And yeah, this track isn't really as prominent, you know, like commercially as what She Sells Sanctuary, what She Sells was. And this track has been covered by several artists, including the Italian gothic metal band Gladiators de Vampiros and the Canadian-based screw metal outfit City of Fire. You know, not really prominent acts in the mainstream or in the such like the music sonosphere. What a word. Sonosphere Festival. You got Metallica, you got Iron Maiden, you got The Prodigy, you got Alice in Chains, you got Deftones. You got Dream Theater, you got Electric Wizard, and it should be just a killer festival. But yeah, like lyrically, Rain, guys, was written purposely about this stuff. You know, it's shown by the line "Here She Comes Again," which, you know, it's obviously a reference to y'all know what and stuff. Yeah, I've no need to go into this because it's just, yeah, this is pre-Watershed, guys and girls. This is post-Danica. There could be children watching this review. I fear for their souls if I even went into this. But yeah, basically like Rain, guys, you know, it's a shorter song than She Sells Sanctuary is, or She Sells it doesn't matter. She Sells Sanctuary. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah, like it opens with like some guitar sounds and a drum beat. You know, like you get like a similar like sonic vibe, but you do with this song than what you do with say She Sells Sanctuary too. Like, you know. My voice is going, but never mind. Yeah, basically, like, you know, there's a sweet little bit in this song. Like, you know, you get, like, it reminds me of the guitarist of the song Enter Sandman by Metallica. You know, you basically like, get a power muted riff. I don't know whether it's like an A5 power chord like this on Enter Sandman. But, you know, basically like a little slide in there to it. It reminds me of Where the River Goes by STP too. It's awesome. You know, it's like, there's some more notes like being played low down a fretboard again, you know, sort of like, you know, adding slightly sort of like, you know, general sound made from She Sells Sanctuary, possibly the album Love too. You know, it's totally guitar sound, like I said, it's very similar to She Sells Seashells, guys and gals, and, you know, it may help the flow of the company now, like I said, and the song changed to, like, you know, when I first heard this song for this review, like, I thought it was going to be, like, a little repetitive, like, wasn't too many different elements in there, wasn't, like, much diversity. They got the middle section, there's, like, a bit of like some drums, and there's actually a guitar solo on this song too, guys and gals, you know, despite it being like, you know, shorter than She Sells Seashells, you know, basically like, you know, it's really has something extra to the song, which isn't prevalent on She Sells Sanctuary, so, you know, but the thing is, like, I don't find Rain, like, you know, particularly as like attention grabber as what She Sells Seashells was. You know, it's got a fairly simplistic structure again, and, you know, like I say, it doesn't like hit you with that same immediacy of She Sells Seashells, so, you know, but the inclusion of a guitar solo and those drum beats, you know, really do help to keep the song fresh and avoid it from becoming, you know, too repetitive. Like, the Cults have been rather sneaky as their general sound, you know, with all the echo effects and everything. It's just something I really enjoy, so, you know, if they did, like, repeat themselves, I probably wouldn't mind it anyway. So, you know, but it's good to have, like, you know, that element of diversity in there too. And, you know, like, that power meter guitar slide in there, it's really cool. You know, it's more, you know, it seems like the style, as I said, guys, like, it appears to be, you know, it's like a more like a stylistic approach, you know, to the Cult's more simply based songs. Because there's a really lengthy song on the album called Brother Wolf, Sister Moon, and that's obviously a lot different, and, you know, it's way more expansive than these 2 songs, which are fairly simple in comparison, so, you know, and like, the Cult's objective basically is with their simple songs to make them, you know, as catchy as possible, and even there's not much diversity. But as I was saying, guys, I don't enjoy the song Rain as much as She Sells Seashells or She Sells Sanctuary. So, you know, I give the song a 9 out of 10 Rain. But, you know, I'm definitely going to have to acquire the album Love by the Cult and review it for you guys, you know, because it'll be a sweet little something I'm looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to the Bad Company album review too. Like, you know, so I hope you guys have all enjoyed these couple of track reviews. I apologise once again for my extensive absence from YouTube and all the crap I've been spouting on social networking sites, you know. I'm just, oh man, I feel like an absolute idiot now, you know, because you guys deserve so much better, you know, than just me, like, spouting crap on social networking sites like Twitter, you know. I'm surprised some of you still follow me on Twitter, to be honest, you know. I just feel like an absolute idiot. You know, I really appreciate the follows, you know, it means the world to me, you know, you guys are all amazing, so, you know, I just want to, you know, from this moment, you know, just wipe the slate clean, you know, basically, like, stop posting crap about all my, you know, and everything. You know, I just want to, you know, talk about the music, you guys, you know, because, you know, the music's basically like the fundamental feature of, you know, what I'm into. You know, and I hope that you guys all enjoy my stuff too, you know. Well, you may not do, because my stuff's probably mostly crap, so. But I'm sure there's far better album reviewers and track reviews out there on YouTube, but, you know, I'm just like the little dude, you know. There's dudes like Cover Killer Nation. There's actually a couple of guys as well, guys, you know, I'd really recommend it called, they're basically called Sam and Kev. If you type in Corsica Wenton King on YouTube, they review albums by bands like Led Zeppelin, Yes, Camel, and they're also set like a Bruce Dickinson series by main, so I definitely recommend those checking those guys out. But yeah, guys, if you enjoy my reviews at all, just, yeah, I really do appreciate that. It's massive thumbs up to y'all, and you know, having to sit through all this stuff and just me talking at you about music is just, yeah, I have an internal gratitude to that, you know. You guys are awesome. So yeah, basically, like, I hope you all enjoyed this for you guys, and you know, I'll try to get that guitar cover I keep putting out. Now I've switched to like bass playing on an electric, like less abrasive strings, even though on a Gauge 9 acoustic. I think my electric like Gauge 8, so I prefer the lighter strings on guitar, so yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get my Bad Company album for y'all soon, so I can review that for y'all. So yeah, until then, guys, I've been Jonny Middleton, and so until then, hope you all enjoyed this review and my return to the world of YouTube, and so until then, stay safe, stay strong, and I shall see y'all in the future forever. Peace and much love, and hopefully I don't cut the end off this time as well. So yeah, until then, stay safe, stay strong forever, and peace, much love, yes.